Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good night, whichever is the time that you have connected to listen and watch this video. Today, our chapter is going to be about manicuring. From the nail chapter, it will be chapter 6, manicuring. This chapter is also good for cosmetology. It includes the same information. Let's talk about services that are included in your state scope of practice for nail technician. During your studies, you will learn about the regulations for performing nail services within your state. These regulations are called Scope of Practice or SOP. Every state has a different SOP. So you have to ask questions to your instructor in the state you're in. This book is used state-wise in all states. With that being said, your instructor will know exactly which restrictions you have with your license. For example, in North Carolina, the Russian manicure is not acceptable. So we have 4 types of nail technology tools known by equipment, implements, materials, and products. Under equipment, we are going to have the table, the manicure table. We have the adjustable lamps, which should have the 40 to 60 watt incandescent bulb or fluorescent bulb. We have chairs. Chairs should be ergonomics for comfort and durability, resistant to standing, and easy clean. The most appropriate chair has wheels to allow the technician to maneuver and adjust it. So look at this. The nail technician chair should have wheels, but the client chair should not. Finger bowl. A finger bowl is used for soaking the client's fingers in warm water or soften the skin and the cuticle. This one can be made of plastic, metal, glass, or even an attractive ceramic. Disinfection container. A disinfection container must be larger enough to hold sufficient liquid disinfectant solution to completely immerse several service sets of implements. Containers that do not allow the entire implement to be submerged are not acceptable. And here is an example of one. Most places has a glass one. Klein arm cushion. Cushions that can be cleaned with soap and water and that is made specially for the comfort of the client arm. It should be covered with a fresh, clean towel for each client. Gauze and cotton wipe container. This container holds cotton, lint-free wipes, or gauze squares during services. Covered trash containers. You will put it back inside your covered trash container. Supply tray. A supply tray is where you put your implements so you can work. Electric nail polish dryer. This one is made to dry the nail polish. UV or LED lights units. UV lamps and LED lamps are light units, although many clients think they're the same as dryers. They are designed to cure, not dry polish, and contain an ingredient sensitive to UVA light of the bulb in the dryer. Autoclave. Use high temperature steam and pressure to kill microorganisms and their spores. So this is what we know by sterilizing. It looks kind of like a little microwave or oven. That's how it looks. Electric hand foot beads. These are designed to add special treatment to the manicure. Terry cloth mitts. These do the same as the prior ones and are routinely used over the paraffin to maintain the heat for a longer time. Paraffin treatment. A paraffin tub has an automatic thermostat that maintains the paraffin at the ideal temperature for hands and feet. Paraffin is applied to the skin to enhance moisture. So it enhances moisture. This one is included for an extra charge. All states require that items like paraffin be removed for single use in a manner that does not contaminate the remaining product. So an example will be like, I will have a scoop and I will scoop that on the plastic bag for that purpose of paraffin, and then I will put the client hand in that little bag with the paraffin inside. Not stick the client hand directly to the paraffin container. Ventilation system. Ventilation is really important so we don't smell all those chemicals, and those chemicals and vapors, they stay in the same place. It can cause breathing and respiratory affections. We need a proper ventilation. Fan and open windows are no substitute for proper ventilation. Here we see an example of a vent. Nowadays, we have those incorporated on tables. List types of multi-use and single-use implements. A multi-use implement is one that we can reuse. We will clean it, disinfect it, sterilize it, and then we can use it again. A single-use implement is one that after each use we have to trash. So multi-use is a metal pusher, A metal pusher, many times incorrectly called cuticle pusher, is actually not to be used to push back the eponychium. Oh, I skip all of them. Let me go down. We also have a nail nipper. It's a stainless steel implement used to carefully trim away dead skin around the nails. Remember, we're not allowed to cut the eponychium. Tweezers. Tweezers are multi-use implements that can be used for lifting small bits or debris from the nail plate. It can also be used to apply nail art. Nail clippers. Shorten the free edge quickly and efficiently. These implements must be stainless steel so you can properly disinfect them. Single-use implements, brush and applicators, wooden pushers. Wooden pushers are like cuticle pushers. These are used to remove dead cuticle tissue from the nail plate, to click under the free edge of the nail, and to apply products. Another one-time use is a nail brush. What materials do we use during a nail services? We use gloves. Gloves are PPE worn to protect the nail technician proper exposure to microbes during services. OSHA defines PPE as specialized clothing or equipment worn by an employee for protection against hazards. Gloves are a single-use equipment. Remember, you have to remove them and trash them after each client. Dust mask. The dust mask should be rated N95. Why? Because they are highly effective. Here's an example of one. Abrasive nail files. Here we're going to read most of the information because most of our tests will have a lot of different choices, questions, and you're always going to see one of these. So it is important for you to know this material. Abrasive nail files and buffers are available in many different types and grids, such as those with firm, rigid supporting cores or other with foam, very flexible cores. They are single-use. Grids range from less than 100 to over 240 per centimeter. A rule of thumb is the lower the grid, the larger the abrasive particles on the file. Very important. And the more aggressive its action. Therefore, coarse grid abrasive files are buffers of 100 or less grit. Quickly reduce any surface and produce deeper and more visible scratches. As such, lower grit files must be used with caution and are generally not used on natural nails. Higher grit files remove scratches and smooth surface through polishing. Medium grit abrasives are 150 to 180 are used to smooth and refine surfaces, used to shorten and shape natural nails. Fine grit abrasives feature grits of 240 and higher. They are designed for buffing, polishing, and removing very fine scratches. You must prep or etch your abrasive files before using them on a client to prevent cutting the client with the sharp edges. To prepare it, you will rub one file to another. That is called file prepping. Two-way or three-way buffers. This abrasive technology replaces the cameos that becomes contaminated with multiple use and creates a beautiful shine on a nail. So if the person doesn't want nail polish, this is a good recommendation. Or if you're going to do a gentleman manicure, is also a good recommendation when they don't want nail polish. That's how they look. Single-use or terry cloth towels. Towels are an example of materials that do not require emergent disinfection if they're properly laundered. So we need to wash them after each client. Gauze, cotton balls, and plush. These pads are often used for removing nail polishes. Plastic, wooden, or metal spatulas. These are used to remove the product from the container so you don't contaminate the product that is left behind. So you will not scoop some lotion out and then I have leftovers, let me put it back. No, once it's removed, it doesn't go back to the original container. So let's see the professional nail products. We have soap. Soap we use to do what? To wash, to clean. Okay. What does the soap do? It removes over 90% of pathogenic microbes. So it doesn't do the 100%. Polish remover. We have different type of polish remover. We have acetone and non-acetone. So acetone is a colorless inflammable liquid. It is miscible with water, alcohol, and ether, and has a sweetish odor or burning taste. Well, we don't want to taste it. Both acetone and non-acetone based removers may contain additional ingredients. Acetone-based polish remover works quicker and is better solvent than non-acetone-based removers. Non-acetone removals will not dissolve enhancement products. So, for example, I want to soak off my acrylic. Well, non-acetone will not do that. You will have to use acetone. Nail creams, lotions, and oils. These increase the flexibility of natural nails and soften dry skin. Nail creams are barrier products. They contain ingredients designed to seal the surface of the skin around the nails and hold it so more moisture in the skin. Nail oils are designed to be absorbed into nail plate to increase flexibility and into surrounding skin to soften and moisture. Cuticle removers. Cuticle removers are designed to loosen and dissolve dead tissue on the nail plate so that the tissue can be more easily and truly removed from the nail plate. They are inappropriate for contact with the living skin. Why? Because these products have a high pH, caustic, and are irritated to the skin. Color polish, enamel, lacquer, or varnish. Polish is a generic term for describing any type of solvent-based color film applied to the nail. Gel polish. Gel polish is formed on nail color that does not dry due to exposure to air, but cures underneath the UV or LED lamp. These polishes have a high viscosity compared to the regular nail polishes. Hybrid gels are gel polishes that combine the best of polish worlds. They have the durability and gloss of gels but can be removed like polishes with polish remover. Base coat. Base coat creates a colorless layer on the natural nail or nail enhancement that promotes adhesion of polish. So the base coat goes prior to nail polish. Nail hardener. Nail hardener are used to improve the surface hardness or durability of weak or thin nails plates. There are several basic types of hardeners. We have a protein hardener, we have dimethyl urea hardeners. We are also add cross links to the natural nail plate. Top coat. Top coat prevents shipping and add shine to the nail color that you have applied. Fast drying top coat dry faster because they have different ingredients. Nail polish dryer products, we have sprays that do that work. It looks like a can of hairspray, but it's not. Hand creams and lotions add finishing touch to the manicure. Why? Because they soften and smooth the hands for the manicure. They are created for barriers to the skin to help the skin retain the natural moisture or contain penetrating ingredients to soften the skin or repair it if it's damaged. Nail conditioners reduce brittleness of the nail. You should follow manufacturer instructions to use them. Sunscreens. The lotions contain ingredients that protect the skin from the damage caused by UVA or UVB. UVA is known to cause age spots of the backs of the hands and damage the DNA of the cells of the skin. UVB is also known as the burning rays, and it is what causes sunburns. Overexposure to the sun is the major cause of aging and skin cancer. Manicure. Manicure is a cosmetic treatment of the hands involving cutting, shaping, and often polishing the nails, removal of the cuticles, and softening of the skin. There's 3 parts to the manicure: pre-service, service, and post-service. The pre-service is when you get prepared for your client. The service itself is when you are taking care of the client, performing the services, and post-service is the plan of after the service. What are you recommending? What are you charging? Hand washing. Hand washing is good to prevent the spread of disease. Hand sanitizer. Hand sanitizer is not washing your hands, okay? It doesn't take that place. But it is important to remember that these products cannot and do not replace proper hand washing. They help, but you should always wash your hands. Manicure consultation. There you look at the client's hands, you see what they need, what you should recommend. Here we have the different shapes of the nails. We have square nails, squoval nails, round nails, oval nails, pointing nails. Pointing nails look like a stiletto. And if we read its description, it says that it emphasizes and enhances the slender appearance of the hands. The oval nails are similar to squoval, but with corners that are more rounded. The round nail should be slightly tapered and usually extend just a bit past the fingertip. Squoval nail is a soft square, and it says it has rounded off at the corner edges. Square nail is completely straight across the free edge with no rounding in the outside edges. Okay, I would like to see if I can find right here. Give me 1 second. Massage techniques. I want to talk about the massage techniques. Massage is the manipulation of soft tissue of the body. It is an ancient therapeutic treatment with many benefits. It promotes circulation of the blood and lymph, relaxes the muscles, and offers relief from pain. And hand and arm massage is a special service that can be offered with a manicure and can be performed on most clients. Before performing a service that includes a hand or arm massage, consult the client consultation or intake form. Why? Because many clients who have high blood pressure, hypertension, diabetes, or circulatory conditions may still have a hand or arm massage without concern, especially if their conditions is stable and they are being treated by a physician. But if we haven't asked and it's not written down, we won't know. Hand and or arm massage is, however, contradicted for clients with severe uncontrolled hypertension. Avoid performing vigorous or strong massage techniques on clients that have arthritis. These are the different type of movement in massage, okay? It's 5 of them. effleurage, pétrissage, tapotement, vibration, and friction. Effleurage is a succession of strokes in which the hands glide over an area of the body with varying degrees of pressure or contact. This is a relaxing movement for your client. Pétrissage or kneading is lifting, squeezing, and pressing the tissue. Tapotement is a rapid tapping or striking motion of the hands against the skin. Vibration is a continuous trembling or shaking movement applied by the hand without leaving contact with the skin. Friction. Friction incorporates various strokes that manipulate or press one layer of tissue over another. The hands are placed around the arm with the fingers pointing in opposite directions and are then gently twisted in opposite directions of the arm, as one would wiring out a washcloth. Perform the movement up and down the forearm, sliding to the new position 3 to 5 times. With all of this that we read today, I think it was quite a bit of information. This is going to be the end of our manicure chapter. I hope it's of great help to you. I hope you have a good day, morning, night, afternoon, whichever was the time that you connected with us. I will see you, or you will see me, in the next video.